Just institutionalized.
Institutionalized my ass.
The man's been in here 50 years, Hayward. 50 years. This is all he knows. In here, he's an important man. He's an educated man. Outside, he's nothing. Just a used-up con with arthritis in both hands. Probably couldn't get a library card if he tried. You know what I'm trying to say?
Shawshank Redemption, probably one of the best known films in Hollywood history, is about a prison and its different members. There are those who seek freedom and there are those who are afraid of it. Being comfortable in a closed up environment and not wanting to break free is almost like Stockholm Syndrome. While this was explored in a very literal way in Shawshank, it was explored metaphorically a decade before Shawshank in Shyam Benegal's MANDI. MANDI, or the marketplace, is about the changing lives of the residents of a brothel in Hyderabad. Rukmini Bai, played by Shabana Azmi, is the proud madam of the brothel. She loves herself, her girls, and her home, and she would change nothing about it. She constantly manipulates the rich and the powerful, trying to convince them that the women in the brothel are talented artists who deserve their due. The artists that she speaks about are Basanti, played by Neena Gupta, and Zeenath, played by Smita Patil. Rukmini Bai is especially protective of Zeenath and does not allow her to enter prostitution. But Zeenath constantly craves the attention of the outside world. Living on the top floor of the house, Zeenath literally seems like a princess trapped in a tower. In the beginning of the film, when a monkey enters Zeenath's quarters, Rukmini Bai is hysterical, worried about what might happen to Zeenath. But Zeenath is seen enthusiastically interacting with the monkey. This scene is a metaphor for Rukmini Bai and Zeenath's interaction with all the men who break into Zeenath's quarters later in the film. While Zeenath welcomes the attention, Rukmini Bai will have nobody come close to Zeenath. Another animal metaphor is Rukmini Bai's pet parrot. Rukmini Bai is constantly trying to train the parrot to say Ram Ram, but all the parrot says is The parrot represents Zeenath, who also feels caged and constantly defies Rukmini Bai. Apart from these two conflicting characters, the other women in the brothel don't seem to feel too strongly about their captivity, but they do have desires like having a family and getting famous. Nadira, played by Soni Razdan, is the hidden force of antagonism in the house, as she is not just fiercely independent, but also feels the need to take over authority. She doesn't seem to crave freedom as much as she craves power in the household. The other important character in the household is Tungrus, the errand boy, who is a silent dimwit by day and an alcoholic philosopher by night. Tungrus only speaks thrice in the film, and each time it's a monologue. These monologues fall on deaf ears as he screams at night when everyone is asleep. He talks about how nobody cares about Rukmini Bai and that only he will be with her at the end, standing by her even when she has been buried. Tungrus's character is used both as comic relief and as a source of foreboding. The audience is given the option to discount his banter as pointless drunk talk, but its poignancy is proven only towards the end. Once these characters have been introduced, the audience is trapped in the household with Phoolmani, a deaf and mute girl who ends up at the brothel as a result of a setup. As Phoolmani realizes that the man who has married her has sold her to the brothel, she protests, frantically trying to escape. As she runs from everyone in the household and reaches the balcony, the title of the film begins to make sense. Phoolmani is seen stuck between a few caged women rejected by society, calling out to her with a sense of reassurance in their voices, and a large, faceless crowd of men standing under the balcony like a rather fearsome pit of commotion. Phoolmani is frantically trying to decide if she should take a leap of faith into the jungle of men standing in the market or walk into the arms of the women who are treated as commodities in this marketplace. Finally, she is compelled to give up and accept her place in this cage, which seems safer than the world outside. Pool money remains an important plot device, as a local activist, Shanti Devi, uses pool money as an issue to march into the brothel and coerce the women to vacate their home. This beautiful shot here explains everything visually. Here are a bunch of women literally behind bars, watching as an outsider decides their fate. Shanti Devi and her white saris represent the Puritan values of elite society. But the red umbrella above her head is a literal sign of danger. She will be the downfall of these women. The residents of the brothel are powerless beyond a point, even with all of Rukmini Bai's manipulation. When Phulmani attempts suicide after being raped, all the women are jailed while the entire marketplace cheers. Eventually, Shanti Devi is able to coerce the local municipal body and the landlord, Mr. Agarwal, to have the women evicted from the house and they are sent to an abandoned plot far away from the city. The whole family leaving is played as quite a tragic event. Zeenat carries her sitar wrapped in its white covers as if it's the dead body of her music. Tungrus decides not to leave this place he calls home and goes on another drunken rant when everyone has already left. It's just the people in the market who are listening. The new house is still being built when Rukmini Bai and her minions move in. While everyone is upset about their condition, Rukmini Bai continues to blame fate and prays to the resident saint Baba Khadag Shah to redeem her. After the move, we find that most of the women in the house are finding outlets to escape their misery, and Rukmini Bai is slowly losing control over them. Eventually, Zeenat is able to escape, and Rukmini Bai is forced to leave the house with Tungrus when nobody stands up for her. When she has nowhere else to go, she runs into Phulmani, who seems to have escaped Nari Niketan, which was supposed to protect her. To understand the meaning of these three escape stories, let's look at them as different individuals dealing with the same establishment. The establishment I speak of consists of people like Shanti Devi, who represents the civil society, Gupta and Agarwal, who are the capitalists and basically owners of the government, and then there is the public, the imposing bystanders in the mandi, who simply watch and come to arbitrary conclusions. Rukmini Bai is like most of us, working within this establishment, trying not to upset the forces that allow her to maintain her materialistic needs. Zeenat is the rebel who is willing to discard any comfort the establishment provides her for the sake of pure freedom. Phulmani, on the other hand, is a confused young victim of the system. She's caught in the crossfire between Rukmini Bai and the establishment. For a large part of the film, her fate is decided by those around her. This is why her running away to freedom at the end is such a powerful visual. The three women find their freedom in uninhabited, seemingly barren lands, far away from society, far away from the marketplace, where Zeenat has nobody but her own self. Rukmini has Tungrus and God, and Phulmani has a mind of her own. Along with the obvious portrayal of social evils, this film is also a commentary on our relationship with the institutions that bind us. Some of us would rather stick with them, surviving at their mercy, while others will break free and start a new life. All the while, the establishment manipulates us, our society simply watches. Hi guys, let's play a drinking game. Every time I say society in a video, you take a shot. But don't play this game if you're binge watching my videos, you'll end up in the ICU. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.